My life before Christ was pretty much a typical American teenager. I had a lot of friends. I began running when I was 12 years old. It was a big part of my identity, setting a national record. And in my senior year, I came down with anorexia nervosa and clinical depression. I would look at pictures in running magazines and I would think, if I just lost about 10 pounds, I would really be in this upper echelon of runners, because there's a lot of pressure in the running world to be thin. I based myself on a number, which is not a very strong identity. I had a full scholarship to Georgetown University, and things kind of took a halt when I went away to college because my anorexia was so bad and my depression was so bad. I tried a suicide attempt with a drug overdose and I wasn't successful. So I could not get suicide out of my mind. Without God, life looks pretty bleak, and I just saw myself as a complete and total failure. And I think that's what drove me to the edge. On February 2nd, 1982, I jumped from a railroad bridge near my home over ice, over a flowing river. I just remembered going out to the ledge and leaping into the air and in midair saying, "Lord, please spare my life." It was a 50-foot bridge and I intended to drown myself, but miraculously, by God's hand, I landed on the ice block. As I lay on that ice, I had a total peace that I was going to be all right. And I truly believed there was an angel there. They sent out a search party, and within 10 minutes they had found me. And if I had been even a minute later, I wouldn't have made it. It was a real miracle that God spared my life and gave me a second chance. My sister Judy, who's 9 years older than me, was a born-again Christian. And the night I was in the hospital, she said, "Mary, you really need to turn your life over to Jesus Christ. Surrender to Him with all your heart. And you cannot live the rest of your life in your own strength." And the scripture the Lord gave me that I consider my life verse was, I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined His ear to me, and He brought me out of the miry clay. He set my foot upon a rock and established my goings. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many shall see and fear and trust in the Lord. And that was the scripture that God gave me as soon as I could open a Bible. When I began to study the scriptures and I saw, that this life was only temporary and how short this life really is, it changed my whole perspective about living my life. And, I realized, well, I'm in a wheelchair. God can heal me at any time, and I still believe that. But I also believed this life was so short that we were to find God's will for our life and do it, and not grieve over the loss of the past. We can't base our happiness or our joy on our circumstances. And I think I've found real freedom as I've realized that, to keep my eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and perfecter of my faith. I was helped after my injury by a spirit-filled Christian psychiatrist, and he helped me so much that I decided when I returned to college that I wanted to be a therapist and kind of help others. delight in the Lord, and He'll give you the desires of your heart. That scripture came true for me when I finally got to go into private practice here at Grace Counseling in the summer of 2014. And it's been a journey to finally get my license, a 5-year journey. But helping other people find their purpose in life has helped me find my purpose.